It's invincible on startup. It's similar to evasion +1 for the evade, but when you're in the air and you get hit, you get knocked out, right? Like it's not like a stun. It's like you fall, like you get knocked away and you fall on the ground and you have to get back up. It's pretty annoying. Even minor hits do it. Yeah. Yeah, I think now that Rise is like, well, the demo comes out in like two or 3 weeks, right? So like, I don't think there's a point to play this game anymore. I'm playing it because I wanted to play a classic Monster Hunter. I didn't want to play Monster Hunter World anymore. I don't know, man. I saw some of the gameplay. I saw it looked fine. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. Frame rate issues and stuff. We need to Switch Pro. Only, like, nothing around it. I think if Nintendo was smart, they would make it a dock that overclocks the Switch. But I don't think they're gonna do that. Yeah, like if there's a dock or something that they can make that you plug your Switch into and it makes it stronger. Because technically the dock does that now, right? Yeah, like the dock itself right now, what it does is when you plug it in, it technically overclocks your Switch by about 300 megahertz. That's the reason why you get better performance on dock. So if they the thing is that the Switch can overclock to 1300 megahertz instead of 1100. So technically they can make a dock that overclocks it all the way and it would get better performance. The thing is that it won't make older games better. You know what I mean? Yeah, the extra power in the console is just wasted at that point. It's very similar to the boost mode thing on the PS4. Boost mode is completely useless for older games. Even though they say that it helps, it doesn't. If I turn boost mode on and play Bloodborne, it's the same shit. Like nothing changes. Except maybe, I think its loading times get better, but that's the only thing that gets better. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, well, I mean that was the problem with Dark Souls when they made the remake. What do they call it? Dark Souls Enhanced Edition, remastered. Prepare to Die. Yeah. So that game, it was the original Dark Souls ran at 30 frames. So when they did the Prepare to Die edition, it was running at 60, and the engine couldn't play it properly. It was double everything. Yeah, the internal tick rate for the entire game was 30 frames, right? So like everything was double speed. The game itself was running at normal speed. It was all the tick rates that were running at double speed, right? So like things like dodges, they had 11 frames of vulnerability. In Prepare to Die edition, when that game came out, no, sorry, not when it came out, when it was in testing, it was 5 frames. Yeah. So like, and that was everything, right? Like monster speed. The monster animations were running on the tick rate of the engine. So like, a lot of the monsters, their hitboxes got halved. And there's a lot of games that are like that when they get remastered. They forget that their game was made the way their engine was made is like based off tick rates of the frame rate and not based off animation styles. Pretty strange. Yeah, I think people forget that Dark Souls was made in like 2012, right? So when they did the remaster, it was like 8 years later, or no, it was like 8 years later, 6 or 7 years later. So like, and it was done by a different team. So it's very. This fucking monkey. The monkey. It's just a monkey. Coconut gun. Coconut gun. I know, right? Like the whole, like the first 20 minutes is 20 minutes. It's like yeah, it's like 60 seconds of the guy just going DK, DK. Oh boy, like old games. Like what kind of old games are we talking about? So he's trying to like port Mario Brothers SMP3 into Unity. Well, it's like that guy, right, doing the Duelist of the Roses remake, the one that I posted yesterday. He's remaking all the game in Unity. He ported the entire, like the whole asset. He pulled the whole asset library, right? And it's like working fine in Unity. He was so sure that he was gonna have to like remake all the assets. I don't know. It's who does who's video right now? It's Banana, right? Right. Oh, dude, imagine Forbidden Memories and Duelist of the Roses gets a fucking fan remake and they shut that shit down. Who the fuck gives a fuck about Forbidden Memories? The game sucked ass. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. The thing is that once you know how to make twin-headed Thunder Dragons, like that's it. The game's done. That's the only way to beat that game. I'm pretty sure it's the only way to beat that game. Yeah, you have to farm Joey, I think, right? Second Joey 2 to get that. Ew. That game's fucking hard, man. Me and Chris beat that shit. We beat the sword. Oh, there's like a ton of them. All the labyrinth, all of the labyrinth mages are like that. So there's like a section of the game where it's like 5 Pandora mages, and it's like 3 fights after that. Man, this thing is so hard. Yeah, the Gate Guardian, right? Like he's like fucking just straight up summoning Gate Guardian on you. Try fighting this 3,750 attack damage monster. Okay. I'm sorry. Did you want to play the video game? You're not allowed. I have a long history of buying really shitty card games on consoles. One of them was I don't know if you ever played Duel Links. I don't know if you ever heard that game. It was a not Duel Links, sorry. Duel Masters. Holy shit, really? Yeah. That's pretty funny. It's it plays a lot like Magic the Gathering. The magic system, the mana system is you burn cards from your hand. So like you take one of your cards, you put it face down in front of you, and it turns into mana. And I don't think color matters in that game. For mana, it matters for other things, but it doesn't matter for summoning. I didn't paintball the fucking Blagonga. So mad. Yeah, Duel Masters is pretty cool. But the video game on PS2 is trash. Actual trash. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody that plays that game, they like if you play Duel Masters for real, and then you go play the PS2 game, you'll stop playing Duel Masters. The art is cool though. On the cards. Okay. Yep. I had a... So when you bought that game, they actually gave you a booster pack and of the card game. And the thing, I don't remember the name of the card that I pulled out of it, but it was $130 on Amazon. Not on Amazon, on eBay. You can... No, you can definitely buy like full boxes. So. I don't know. It's a good question. The card game that me and Chris got really into was the Dragon Ball card game, the original one. You started with, so the way that it worked is that you picked a main character. Like let's say you wanted to play Goku, so that was your character. You played Goku, and then your deck was 80 cards, and it was full of attacks, defenses, Dragon Balls, items, like past enchantments. Well, not enchantments; they were called drills. And you spent the entire game just punching each other. Like the way the combat worked was I played an attack, you played a defense, and then it was your turn. You played an attack, I played a defense, and you keep going until someone can't play anymore. And then the priority switches to the next person. Yeah. And the way that they did like the power levels, they had like a grid that depending on how like what the number was on your power level. So like Goku. Just as an example, Goku's power level would be like 0, like 1,000, and then it would jump to like 5 million, right? And it would just keep jumping like that for like 10 stages straight. So like Goku is like physically very strong, but everyone has the same amount of heat, right? So like if you, there's two different types of kinds of combat that you can play. One of them was physical. So that depended entirely on that fucking number inside your energy limit. So the higher your power was, the better your physical attacks were, because you punch someone and you get like huge bonuses. But energy didn't give a fuck about that, right? So like if you shoot Kamehamehas and destructive discs all day, Krillin was just as good at that as Goku was. And then they had different colors. Goku is just super strong, right? Like that's the thing. And I was fucking, I don't know why I started charging my thing there. The thing is that when you press that button combination, so like R, X, and A, it pulls your shield out when you're playing as Gunlance. So I guess I tried to pull my shield out, but I had already had my shield out, and that does the Dragon Fire, the Wyvern Fire ability, which is why I did that, which it's something that they fixed in Monster Hunter World. Because in Monster Hunter World, you just press right trigger, right? You pull out your shield. You don't have to do a button combination with it. Okay. This thing gives everyone problems though. Blagonga. All of these like Monster Hunter 1 monsters are pains in the asses to fight. They have like their original hitboxes, and they have like no real design. Their AI is hit with random attacks constantly. There's no like pattern. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what it is, right? It's like a janky ass monster. The thing is that Monster Hunter Generations has like every classic, right? There's like 130 monsters in this game. So that's 100, like a shit ton of big monsters. Everything except for Great Jaggy. I don't know why they didn't put that thing in the game. Great Jaggy's just missing. They have all the other ones. They have Great Roggy. They have Great Baggy. They have the new one, the Great Jagao. But they left the Great Jaggy out. I don't know about it. I mean, they forgot him in World, so they put the other one in World, the one that eats. No, they don't. They only heal when they sleep, and they don't heal that much. Oh yeah, so the jump attack I can do the shell, right? Aerial shell. I don't know if it's more damage. I should probably look that up to see if it's actually more damage than full bursting from 5. But it does let you, it lets you reposition, right? So like, very useful. You see that gauge at the top right? That's like the sharp, that's not a sharpness gauge, that's a heat gauge. So the higher that gauge is, so where that line is, the stronger my physical attack is. And I don't know if it affects the shells or not. This is really bad. Oh, that's it. Where is my... Yeah, you can hold on that token. Man, that fucking monkey saved my ass. He saved me from the clothesline from hell, dude. Yeah, it puts us in range. Oh, he clotheslined me. He hit me with an overhead. Fuck, and he was already in range. I was seemingly more upset. Maybe with another opener. Can I not block that? At any point you can just throw out one shot. There's no problem. The older monsters are on. Poison purple. Probably cranked them inside that trap and it probably would have worked. Yeah, he's looking. I wonder if I should just let him sleep. I'm just gonna let him sleep and then I'm gonna trap him. I'm just gonna wait for him to fall asleep. I'll kill this monkey in the meantime. The style doesn't change shell damage. Not the styles did. The heat gauge at the top left. I don't know if it's maxed out. Like if I put it in the red, I don't know if the shell damage increases. Yeah, so the longer the red is 20%, even for shells, or is it only for physical? But you want to keep, you definitely do want to keep the thing in the red, because even the slams, right? If the slams are, man, he's still awake, huh? Yeah, so it's only regular attacks. So the gauge in the top left only affects regular attacks. So I would still want to keep it in the red because of the slam. I'm gonna shit the damage. Good. Ah, the big sleep. What are your plans for the New Year's, Sid? You're gonna hang out with Evan and mom and dad? Nothing. You'll play Jackbox with us. I'll probably be streaming it. It looks like, I don't know what the delay is on stream, but we have open slots. We can play with us. Probably gonna have open slots. There's probably gonna be a lot of people doing nothing today.